Right, let's start today's session. This is the third demo session of Python full stack development. So in the last lecture, we were discuss about Python introduction and what type of language it is. And we have seen versions of Python, and also we have seen how to download Python software and install, right? Yes. So after download Python, and if you want to check the version of Python, simply you can go to command prompt and then type Python space hyphen hyphen version so that you will get complete version number. So as I said in the last lecture, when we download and install Python software for the first time, and you will be able to get one default editor. That editor name is IDLE, which is Integrated Development Learning Environment. Okay. So in today's lecture, I'm going to discuss what are the possible ways to write Python code and execute. Step by step, we'll see that. As I said that using interactive mode and using script mode and using Python ideally. And finally, we will try to launch using PyCharm editor. And fifth one also, I'll show you using VS Code. Yes, if some students are interested to write Python code by using Visual Studio Code, I'll also show you VS Code at the end. But I strongly recommend in this, out of all these 5 options, I'll go through all my Python core and advanced lectures using PyCharm editor only. Okay. So first we'll start with interactive mode. So what is meaning of interactive mode? Very simple. When we download Python software and install, for the first time, you will get integrated development learning environment ideally. This is editor tool, right? So this editor tool, when we open, you will get one interactive shell or interactive window. Okay, let me show you first option, how to write Python code and execute by using interactive mode. Okay, so let's go to search and type ideally. So type ideally, and there you can see this ideally of Python software is available. How you will get this ideally means, as I said in the last lecture, we just install Python software, right? When we install Python software for the first time, you will get this ideally software. So click on the ideally. When we click on ideally software, automatically you will be able to see this window. This is called ideally cell 3.13.6. So this is interactive window. In this window, you just try to type something while interacting with this window like hello. Then press enter, you will get output like this. Or else you can also type print. Usage of print is optional in this interactive window. Then press enter, you will get output clearly. And but the if you can write any declaration like variables, a plus b like this. So Python syntaxes are very simple and straightforward. So look at this, a variable 10 value, b variable 20 value, a plus b, and we got the 30 result. So this is the way to write Python program by using this interactive window. So this is interactive shell or interactive window. Do you want to continue your Python programs by using this interactive window? You can continue that. Here, no need to write complete logic and save separate file. You just go with the flow by typing your code and press enter. You will get instant output in this window. And the problem is at beginner level, I don't suggest you to write the code in interactive window because the reason is, for example, if I try to print, I'm trying to print something like welcome message, but I'm not getting any error indication right in this line. Even though if you are doing any mistake, but you are not noticing any error indication because look this print how it is lowercase. Pointedly, I'm using here print how it is P letter capital. But during the writing program, it doesn't show any warnings or error indication. After hitting the enter button, only you will come to know what really exactly error. The name error, you have used print P capital, which is not defined. Did you mean print small letter? Yes, that is correct. So we cannot able to identify the errors while typing the Python program in this interactive window. So there is no error indication and there is no IntelliSense options. IntelliSense means whatever the programmer is typing, then pop-up windows should display for user convenient, but it's not there. So this is interactive window. So do you want to continue this window interactive shell? Then you can continue with programs. But I don't suggest you in the initial stage of learning, don't write code in interactive window because interactive window is just for instant checking or instance testing. Do you want to write some script of Python? Do you want to check whether it is correct or not instantly? Open interactive shell and type it and press enter, you will get instant result. So just for a testing purpose, we can use that interactive shell. But for long continuation programs with larger application code purpose, we don't recommend to use interactive mode. Okay. And then option 2, I'm showing script mode. So in the script mode, as a programmer, you should write Python script completely. How much do you want? After completion of Python script, make sure that you must and should save your file with what extension? .py extension. Yes, your Python script file should be have the extension called .py extension. So this is your script file. Once you are ready with Python script file, you can run it later in two different ways again. Either you can use command prompt for running the script file, or else you can use already available editor tool in your computer, ideally through. So let me start with script mode, how to write Python code by using script mode only. So in the process of writing Python script, so let's open a notepad editor. You know that notepad is also one of the plain text editor, right? Yes, it is a plain text editor. Suppose I'm writing in notepad window, Python script I'm writing. Welcome to DURGASOFT Python sessions. Okay, like this. So this is my script. Okay, you can write how much you want, no problem. Just for example, I'm taking a small statement like print statement. And make sure that once you complete your Python script with the notepad file, don't forget to save it. You must save the file. So how to save this file? Simply file menu and click on save, or else you can hit from your keyboard Control S only. So I'm saving this file as per my convenience on desktop, but you can give the name of the file any name, like I'm giving sample.py. But don't forget to give the file extension .py. If you give file extension .py, then only it will take Python file extension only. I'm saving this file into desktop and click on save. Once you click on save, simply close this notepad window. You notice that you will be able to see sample.py file in this desktop clearly. But you may wonder, you have saved with py file, sir, but how the logo is affect like PC PyCharm editor? The reason is very simple. In my computer already I have installed PyCharm editor for my previous batches. Okay, so that's what recent time. Okay, so most of the cases, what editor through I written Python logics, that editor logo is affected here only. Excuse me. But in your case, for the first time, when we write code in Notepad and save with the .py, so you will be able to see the logo here, Python logo only, not PC logo. PC means PyCharm. But no matter what logo it is, but I successfully written Python script in Notepad, saved with the .py extension with the name sample.py in my desktop. Next procedure is I have to run this script mode, which is already available with me. The name of the file is sample.py. This sample.py file, how to run it? There are two different ways to run. If you want to run this script mode file, there are two options are there in front of you. One is either you can use command prompt window or you can use ideally software. Okay, so let's see. First, let me show you how to run your Python script file, which is already available using command prompt. For that, you can simply go to command prompt and there you can see command prompt window open. But make sure that where your script file is present, you must move to the location exactly. But I have saved the script file like sample.py in my desktop window. So my desktop is present in OneDrive location. First, I am going to move towards OneDrive location. CD means change directory, OneDrive. But in your case, you might have desktop directly. You can directly use it, no problem. And my desktop is present in OneDrive folder. That's what I'm moving towards OneDrive. But in your case, you can simply go for desktop directly by typing CD space desktop only. So I am successfully moved into desktop because my file is present in desktop only, which I want to run now. So now, after moving successfully to the desktop by using cd command change directory, then type Python space, your file name is sample.py. Once the moment I press enter, you can see we got the output, welcome to DURGASOFT Python sessions. So this is the way to run your already script file of Python by using command prompt, Python space sample.py. We got the output, whatever I have written in my notepad program. Or else there is a shortcut, py space sample.py. Yes. So py stands for Python file. Sample.py means your file name. It's still working fine clearly. So this is the way to write Python code using Notepad window, that is called script mode. And that script file you can run by loading it into command prompt. There is one more option. Sir, if I don't want to use command prompt, what would you suggest means you can go to ideally software, which I have already installed along with Python. When we install Python for the first time, you will get ideally software, right? So that ideally through also we can run this sample.py file. Let me show you how to run already available script file with ideally software through. Let me open ideally. When the moment I open ideally directly, you will see the interactive window only. I have shown already interactive window through how to write code, but I don't want to continue with my interactive window because I want to open already available my script file. Click on file menu of ideally software and there is a open option is there. You simply click on open and where your file is located, you can go to the location like desktop and select the file which you have already saved with .py and open it simply and it will be open in untitled window. So if you want to run this script file which we have already written in sample.py, there is a run menu option is there. You can click on it and simply click on run module or else you can hit from your keyboard F5. So run module is nothing but every Python file like .py extension file called as module only. Click on run module. You are getting output like welcome to DURGASOFT Python session which I have written in Notepad script. So writing code in Notepad, save with the .py extension, run that file using command prompt or else using ideally software. This is called script mode. But this is also not recommend in the beginning level of learning Python because when we start write code in Notepad, there also you don't get any suggestions, right? So there also you don't get any intelligence options. So you can write as your own. If even if you're doing mistakes while writing the code, you can't recognize. You should wait for result or you should wait for execution if you want to see what mistakes you have done. So this is script mode option 2. I'm showing all the options. Whichever it is convenient for you, you can go through it. Finally, I'll conclude that which is the best option for the beginning level of programming we'll discuss. So second one is completed script mode. And option number 3 I'm showing. Sir, you may ask doubt, sir, why I should write code in Notepad and save with the .py, and again I should go to command prompt and run that file. If any errors, again I should come back to Notepad and edit it and save it and going back to command prompt. So if I don't want to move here and there, can you suggest directly in one place where where I can create a file and write the code and save the code and run the code all together at one place means I can say that third option I'll show you. Python ideally. So let's open third option purpose, ideally software. So let's see ideally integrated development learning environment tool. And the moment when I click on this first time, you will see interactive window only, but I don't want to write code in interactive mode. I want to exclusively create a new file. Look at this file menu. There is an option called new file. So once you click on the new file option, you will be able to see that untitled window. Okay, now here in this window, you can write how much code you want to write. Python code only. So let's say, for example, A value 10 and then B value 20. Okay, C value A plus B and then print. Okay, I'm saying that result is then C. So this is very simple syntax, right? Python language, yes. But same program, if you want to write in C language or C++ or Java or C Sharp.NET, so you must have to write proper syntaxes like class name, public static void main, open curly brackets, close curly brackets, A equal to 10 with semicolon, B equal to 20 with semicolon. Lot of syntactical rules and regulations you have to follow in other languages. But in Python, you cannot because it's a straightforward language. Syntaxes are very simple and straightforward approach. So simply you can type variables and values and do the expression A plus B and result you can print it by using print statement. But sir, once you complete your code in this untitled window, which we create new file in ideally, don't forget to save. So compulsory save changes are required. So without saving this file, if I try to run, you can see this, what's happening. Source must be saved. Okay to save. Okay, let me cancel it. How to save this means simply file menu and then save option is there. So I'm just clicking, I'm saving again according to my convenient desktop only. Now this time my file name will be sample1.py because already sample name through one file was there in desktop. Save it. Once you save it and simply run it, and you can see run module, we got the result is 30 only. So if you don't want to go here and there, like writing code in Notepad window, save with the .py and again go back to command prompt and go to the location of your file and run the file by using Python space file name .py. So if you don't want to do at one location exactly, ideally you can go through it, create a new file. You will be able to get untitled window and how much code you want to write, you can write it and save with the .py and run it simply. Everything in one location, which is ideally platform. So this is option number 3, which I am showing. Do you want to continue with this? You can. But here also you can notice there is no IntelliSense or error indications and no support. So you can write as your own. Even while writing code, if you are doing mistakes, it will not suggest you that you are doing mistake. You can correct here itself. No, you should wait for run or you should wait for execution. Okay. After execution only, you will come to know what mistakes you have done. For example, you can see I'm trying to not close the bracket here. Is there any error indication for showing me? No. So let me save changes by hitting Control S. After running that only, you will come to know what is the error actually. Look at this, bracket was never closed like this. So this is the mistake at the time of runtime. Close this bracket and save changes and rerun it again. It will run perfectly. So this is option number 3, which I'm showing using Python ideally software. And when it comes to option number 4, which is our regular editor throughout in our Python core and advanced sessions up to 2 months, I'm going to use this editor only. Now it's time to launch this editor. Before launch this editor, I'm going to show you what are the advantage. So if we use PyCharm editor, first of all, this editor is exclusively designed for Python programmers, which is created by JetBrains community. There is an official website, jetbrains.com. Even you will see once I try to download and install PyCharm editor now. So
initial stage, you just practice once with these three options which I have shown now and just leave it. So now you can continue with PyCharm editor or else VS Code, whichever you feel better that you can continue. Both are free versions only. I'm not showing with professional version. Okay. Let's go for PyCharm editor. But in my computer already PyCharm is exist. So that immediately I can do what actually I can uninstall it. So that there is a possibility to show you to installation steps one by one. So let's go to uninstall my PyCharm editor, which is already present in my computer because daily many batches I used to handle Python, Django, REST API. For them, I have installed PyCharm already. Let's uninstall first. Control panel, as you know that how to uninstall any software, and go to the uninstall program. And you can see this, there is a PyCharm editor already existed in my computer. You can see this. There is a PyCharm community edition. Let me right click on it, simply uninstall. Okay. Yes. So I'm doing an installation of PyCharm editor, community editor. And one more important thing I'm telling you, sir, no matter which editor you are going to do setup, first of all, you must and should install Python software. Yesterday, what we did. Okay, yesterday I have shown, right? So how to download Python software and install. So without having Python software, then you can't set up any editor. Even though if we set up the editor, when we write Python programs in that editor, and you can't able to run your Python code. The reason why means when we install Python software for the first time in your computer, you will get an interpreter of Python. Without Python interpreter, you can't run your program. That's common. So that's what Python is there or not, you can check first in your computer. If not, you have to install compulsory Python software. Once you get the confirmation that Python software is available in your system, then you can proceed to set up any editor like PyCharm or VS Code or something. Okay, fine. So look at this uninstallation completely done in my computer. PyCharm editor is completely uninstalled. But let me check quickly in my computer Python is there or not. Yesterday also I said, right? So just simply go to command prompt, and for checking Python exists or not, simply Python space hyphen hyphen version. One more time, I'm just giving clarity. Yes, in my computer Python software already exists, the version of latest stable version 3.1 3.6. Once I got the confirmation, then I can start proceeding with PyCharm editor setup. But to set up PyCharm editor, first of all, you have to download PyCharm software, sir. How to download means simply go to the Google search and type download PyCharm. That's it. Simple command. Download PyCharm. Okay, click on this. And as you click on this, now you will be able to see first link jetbrains.com. Complete PyCharm software and editor developed by JetBrains only. Do you want to know about PyCharm editor? There was complete description. You can see that. So PyCharm is an integrated development environment used for programming in Python. It provides code analysis and graphical user interface and debugger and testing and integration with version control system and support with Django. Very important editor it is. So PyCharm is developed by the CJEC company JetBrains and built on their IntelliJ platform only. So just it is not required for us. Let's click on the first link jetbrains.com, and once you click on, just wait a minute. So most of them directly they can try to download it and install it. Don't go for it because there are two options are there here. So one is PyCharm Professional is there, which is licensed version, and which is one more is there, PyCharm Community Edition, which is completely free for all. And if I go through this one, look at this PyCharm editor, unified product means the only Python IDE you need. And you can see this is free forever, but along with this 1 month pro edition will be include professional editor. So after 1 month compulsory you have to go for extension with this pro edition by taking license from jetbrains.com community. But I don't recommend this one first option. Better to go for below one. There is, if you scroll down, one more option you will be able to find that option. Let me show you community also there. Yes, yes. Community is not showing. Just give me 1 second. Because the problem with these people are every time they used to change, keep on the links actually. Sometimes they used to say that PyCharm community clearly, and sometimes they used to say only PyCharm professional directly only. So that is the problem actually here. Okay, let me go back and check it once. We'll try to figure out, sir. No problem. It's not a bad. Now you can see here PyCharm unified product only there, and the community version, PyCharm community edition also there, but they are not giving download option. Let me go for download option. Give me 1 minute. This is the official website. Windows unified. Yeah, in the previous scenarios, they were given like download option for PyCharm community only here. Okay. So this is PyCharm community, but they are not giving any download option for PyCharm community. We'll go for this one. It's also completely free. But after 1 month trial period, they'll ask you to purchase with Pro extension, but we don't. Okay. So let's go for download. Click on this download. But make sure that before going to download this, you have to check once .exe on Windows platform, because there is a other option also there, .exe Windows ARM uh, processor. That's not correct. This is best option, .exe Windows only, free forever. So let me click on download, and immediately you will see your download has started. So it takes little bit time because it's having some MB, like 400 plus MB. So let it be finished at this. I'll try to launch it now. So it's almost done. It takes few seconds more to complete the download process. Okay, yeah, yeah. Community also we can download. Sometimes they used to give directly real time. Yeah, obviously PyCharm only. No doubt at all. PyCharm, or some companies recommend to use VS Code. So editors are depends upon their choice, how they'll get support, who is going to give long-term support, then they'll go with them. Okay. That's what in previous batches, when I go to pycharm.com, jetbrains.com, there was a front page only clear indication that community as well as pro edition, both are there. But it's they are going to keep on change the environment. JetBrains people, we have to search on them. So it's almost complete the download. So once the download completed, yeah, it's look at this PyCharm 2025 download process completed. Let's close this, and here also close this. Now it's time to install. So go back to downloads folder where it has downloaded. Now you can see PyCharm 2025. Double click on it. Once you double click on it, and it will ask you to installation procedures. This installation also very simple and straightforward. Nothing to change in the middle. You just, yeah. Yes, Mr. Banu, please wait till the end of the session. So I'll tell you that clear information regarding that. Okay. So once I click on PyCharm executable file, it will ask me to want to change, allow this app to make changes to a device. Say yes means. Now welcome to PyCharm setup. Click on next. And obviously it goes to C drive. destination folder. Space is required 3.5 GB. Space is available for me. It is 153 GB. That's not a matter. Click on next. And here you must activate all these check boxes. One is creating desktop icon for easy way to access anytime. One more is important. One is updating path because interpreter settings automatically configure. And another one is menu options creation purpose, update context menu. And which is last one important, .py extension. If I don't activate .py extension here, every time once we create a Python project in PyCharm editor, every time if we create new file along with file name as a programmer, we should only give .py extension from our end. But if you don't want to give .py extension from our end, only file name is required, means you can starting only you can select this .py. Next time when we add new file to your Python project folder, don't give .py extension, directly you just give the file name and press enter. Okay, click on next and click on install. It won't take much more time, sir, installation process. Okay. So let me complete the installation. And meanwhile, somebody is asking the question in chat box. So, Mr. Banu, I'm telling you, you're asking the question, time duration, okay, curriculum. So, this batch is reserved for especially 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Python full stack development batch. In this batch, if you look at my first demo, which was finished day before yesterday, which is also available, that video available in YouTube channel. So there I have explained clearly all the Python full stack related subjects. So in this full stack development, Python, Django framework, REST API framework, Flask framework, UI basics, and MySQL and SQL will be covered. So full stack development time duration is minimum 4 months, maximum 4.5 to 5 months. And only if you are looking Python 4 and advanced, so the duration of the course is up to 2 months. And every session is going to be recorded, and that session recorded video will upload a daily basis into your Google Drive, and each and every subject related PDF material also will be sent to your mail only. So the sessions will be from Monday to Saturday, regular sessions. Only Sunday is the off. Yeah. And if you are new to this session, not only you, and many of them, if you are new to this session, do you feel that this is your first session? I strongly recommend to watch my 2 demo lecture videos, which is uploaded in DURGASOFT YouTube channel. Even our team will assist you after ending of this demo session. This recorded video also they'll upload in the YouTube channel. Only 4 demo videos they'll upload in YouTube channel for every new batch. Then 5th day onwards, you will get videos from my mail only, personally. Okay? Yes. And at the end of the session, our team will assist you. They'll send the YouTube link also. You just by clicking on the link, you can feel free to watch first day and second day, yesterday, what we have discussed. You will come to know clearly. Yes, sir. Daily basis you will get. After session completion, after half an hour to 1 hour time, it will take to reach you the video into your Google Drive. Because the video recording should be prepared by meeting. Then after that, I should download it and upload it. Okay. Yes. Now you can see, you just try to finish this. So click to close setup. Let's finish this. And now you have to open PyCharm editor. I successfully download and install PyCharm editor. Now it's time to open PyCharm editor. Let's go to search box and type PyCharm. There you can see PyCharm 2025.2. This is. So once I open, you can see for the first time how it looked like. So PyCharm 2025.2, JetBrains IDEs. And do you want to allow public and private networks to access this app? Yes, no problem. And you can see it is asking me import settings. No, skip import. And you will see for the first time this look and feel of PyCharm editor. Welcome to PyCharm.
So there is a notebook option is there. They are giving newly introduced. Previously, when I was installed this PyCharm editor, I have not seen this option because as I said that JetBrains people, they used to keep on update the editor tools for after a month or after 2 months. So I'm seeing that new notebook option. So we'll go through it later. Notebook in the sense that is, yes, there is a several editors also there like Notebook, Jupyter, Spider, Atom, Anaconda, other versions also, especially then the Jupyter, Spider, Atom, Anaconda versions can be used for Python with data science, Python with data analysis. But for exclusive Python programmers, better option is PyCharm or VS Code only. So this is creation of notes preparation or document preparation. And now next option, you can see new script they are saying. New script in the sense this is exclusively do you want to create Python file, only one program, .py every time. Then you can go for new script. And I am selecting this third option, sir. Why? Because I'm going to create today one project folder, okay, till the end of the session. Okay, I use that project folder only. So project folder is nothing but we can add many number of files with this folder. And if you go to fourth option like open, already if you have project folder in your computer, open that project folder and work on it. And clone repository option is there. If you have already code in GitHub repository or version control system over the net, you can use it only. I'm selecting third option, new project folder. Now it will ask me, okay, it will ask me to create new project folder. So look at this left hand side, pure Python. And now you can see that my Python project is by default located in users, computer name, PyCharm projects, Python project only. I'm giving Python project 9 p.m. is my project folder name. So from now onwards, I'm going to open daily Python project 9 p.m. only. And notice this here, once we create my project folder name Python project 9 p.m., there is a Python version automatically loaded from my system because I have selected path only while installation of PyCharm. From that path, it automatically integrated Python 3.13 interpreter. And simply after selecting this, click on create. Once you click on create, just to wait few seconds, it will be set right everything for you. So this is the PyCharm editor look and feel with the dark mode. So by default, the PyCharm editor will come for you with the dark mode. So do you want to change the mode? Okay, dark theme, not interested. And light theme also you can select. I'll tell you what are the themes are available in PyCharm editor. Okay, you can adjust the windows size by dragging and dropping like this. And now you can see, do you want to know that what's new in PyCharm? Introducing the PyCharm AI toolkit for AI beginners. So if you want to activate, compulsory JetBrains account is required to activate the AI. But in the initial stage, don't activate the AI because I said that for this batch, I'm going to introduce so many AI tools for doing our work with Python clearly. Let me close this tab and make it free. So now you can see this. This is look and feel for the first time when we create Python project in PyCharm editor. But notice this in the left hand side, there don't be any Python files available. Okay. So only project folder is created. That is Python project 9 p.m. Do you want to create a new file in this Python project 9 p.m. folder? Simply right click on it. Right click and go to the new option. The moment when we go to new option, there are so many plenty of files are available. Okay, we are using Pro edition, sir, for your kind information. Pro means professional edition. Okay, so if possible, I'll search for community edition also. I'll tell you in tomorrow session clearly, but no problem. This will also work out for you clearly. So now you can see when I right click on Python project 9 p.m. and go to new, I'm selecting Python file. Okay, to create a new file, simply click on Python file. It will ask you to name of the file. I'm giving my file name is test. And remember, you need not to give .py extension here because already in the initial stage of installation of PyCharm editor, I select .py activation of checkbox. So that I don't really require to give .py, press enter after giving test.py name. Now we can see once I press enter, you will be able to see py file created with name test.py. Here you can start writing program by typing print. But notice this, the moment where I try to type print print, immediately the IntelliSense showing print only. This is the advantage when we use Python, PyCharm. But in previously what I have shown these options like interactive mode, script mode, Python ideally there was no IntelliSense support, but here IntelliSense support is there. So the moment when I type PR, what programmer expecting, this PyCharm knows that immediately it will show IntelliSense. You just no need to type complete word or sentence, print, press enter, automatically it will capture. Within the double quotes, what you want, you can write it. I'm writing welcome. And do you want to run this file? Simply right click on test.py, run test. There are several ways to run your program in PyCharm. Option number one, I'm showing run test. Once I run test, you see output window is coming like this, welcome output window or output terminal. Or else there is one more option. There is a green play button is there. You can click on this. Automatically, it will also run it. Okay, there are several options. For example, if you do updation of code here, I'm updating the code by writing hello statement. And every time, no need to right click and run test, right? Simply you can see already you have executed one time test.py and you have updated your code. You want to refresh and click on rerun test option here below. So automatically updated output will be present here only. But you can add as many as files you want, sir, not only test.py, right? If you want to add one more file, right click on Python project folder, 9 p.m. folder, new Python file, give the name test1. And it is a new file now. So if you want to write the code like a equal to 10, b equal to 20, c equal to a plus b, and then print c, simply see, sir, how I'm writing. Just tab key you can press, automatically it will capture. The moment when I try to go to next option, immediately you can see tab to complete. This is the advantage of Pro Edition. It will not allow you to type as your own. Immediately you can press tab key, it will fill the statements for you. So this is faster rate of coding possibilities are there if you use PyCharm and refresh it. You cannot refresh, you cannot get this output because we have executed test.py. Even if we refresh, any updation will come from test.py. But you need to execute for the first time test1. Compulsory you have to right click and run test1. We got the test1 result that you. So this is exactly PyCharm editor setup. But do you want me to show you how to do some theme changing and also to increase the font size for visibility? There are options are there. Simply there is a main menu option with visible and expand this. Click on settings option, expand this. And now you can see there is a theme is there, dark theme, and there is a light with light header, high contrast, dark color, go to more themes, get more themes. I'm selecting light theme. And do you want to change the font size? Again, there is a left-hand side panel. Editor option is there. Click on the font. And now you can see font size by default 13. Let me make 20. And click on OK. Font size also will be increased clear. So this is a light theme of PyCharm editor clear. So this is better way to manage your code by using PyCharm editor. Okay. So next option I'm showing. Anyway, I'm going to continue with PyCharm editor only, sir. Okay. So next option, some students ask me, show me, sir, how to write Python code in Visual Studio Code. Yes, Visual Studio Code also, it's a free editor. Let me show you finally Visual Studio Code, how to launch it. But let me close PyCharm. For more details about PyCharm, we will continue, okay, with the coding with PyCharm editor. At that time, you will understand clearly. This is the way to launch PyCharm editor. Let me close this. And even I have Visual Studio Code editor also in my computer. So let it be uninstall VS Code from my computer first, so that how to download and install VS Code also I'll show you clearly. So first let's visit control panel for uninstall VS Code. Now there is a VS Code software is there with me already. Uninstall it. So if I uninstall, I can show you the installation procedure for you. so that it will be clear for everyone. Now it's time to download Visual Studio Code and setup. How to write Python code in VS Code also, Visual Studio Code Editor. Okay. But anyway, I'm going to continue with all my lectures with PyCharm only. But some student asked me to show that VS Code also. So that's what I'm including VS Code Editor also. So first of all, you have to download and install VS Code software. So simply go to the search, download, type just download VS Visual Studio Code. Okay. Download Visual Studio Code. Okay. Once you click on this, and there you can see this, click on download option. Visual Studio Code editing, click on download option. Once you click on download option, there you can see Windows 10 or 11. So this I recommend. Okay. Click on it and immediately you will see your download has begun. So it will take less time to finish the download. Once download finish VS Code, and I will show you how to install it. Very simple to set up VS Code also. Okay. Now let me close this all tabs and make it clear. And let's go to the download folder of my computer. So go to the downloads and there you can see VS Code setup is there, Visual Studio Code. And it's a free software. Okay, no license is required. So free of cost, you can enjoy the coding in Visual Studio Code. Click on next and click on next only. And click on next again. And activate all the checkboxes and then next only. Click on next. That's it. So within few seconds, you will be able to see VS Code in your computer. So this editor, anyway, I'm going to use in Django time, especially for web development of Python, Django tool implementation, REST API implementation, Flask implementation, everything we can do with VS Code. It's a free editor. So it's installing. Yes, it's finished. Now you can finish it. And immediately it is launching after finishing. What it is launching? VS Code only. This is VS Code look and feel for the first time. But here you can create Python files and run it. For the first time, how to create Python files and run means, let me show you, sir. First of all, you just better to create one folder, sir. So even if you want to directly create Python files also, you can create like file menu, new text file, give the name py python or test.py file like this. But if you create folder, then you can add many number of files in that folder. So first what I'm trying to do, let me create one folder in my desktop. Okay, yes. So I'm creating one folder in my desktop like Python 9 p.m. is my folder name. This is just normal folder. Okay, yes. Let me open this folder in Visual Studio Code. How to open that? File menu, open folder. And you can go to the desktop location just now what folder you created Python 9 p.m. So once I select this folder and launch this folder into VS Code, Visual Studio Code. Okay, yes. Now in this folder, I have to create Python file. But how to create Python file? Look at this. When I select folder and they are showing that here there are options, new file, new folder. You can select new file and give the name of the file is test.py extension you must and should give. And here you can write Python code. Let me write Python code here. Now you can see print and now I'm just saying that welcome message. And do you want to execute this Python file? For me, it is directly executing, sir, because I have already used VS Code in my system several times. But for you who are newly launched Visual Studio Code in your computer, there are important things you must and should do, sir. Most of the cases, first time you have to use, first time if you are using VS Code, I strongly recommend to install extensions. There is an extension option is there. You can see this. Click on extensions. I recommend in search box, type Python simply. You must and should install Python extensions, sir. Look at this Python. This is so many files are available, which is required means look at this Python Microsoft. This is required. Then click on install. For me, it is showing uninstall because I have already installed.
So for you, for the first time, if you are using Python extension, it will ask you to install. Please install it. Within few seconds, it will be installed. Then only you can able to run your Python code in Visual Studio Code. Without having an extension, you can't run it. Okay. Yes. Now you can see after extension over, then go back to your folder. And now when we wanted to run this Python file, now there are several options are there. Okay, so there is a right hand side corner play button is there with run code. You can click on run code. You got this. So welcome message here. Okay, welcome message. Generally, you don't get this look and feel because I have already installed extension called code runner. So code runner specialty is what means you can see this. I'll show you. Right click on the program and there is a run code option directly available. In your case, it won't appear because without installation of code runner extension. I have included code runner extension. So look at this, how to extension code runner also. So again, go to extension and there you can see type code runner simply. Code runner. If we use code runner, this installation, if you do, whenever you right click on the program, automatically run code will be their option. You can click on this, automatically your code will be executed. Otherwise, you don't able to see that code runner option. Suppose you can see this if I try to, what we can say, click on this code runner, uninstall I'm doing. Yes, we can do uninstall also. Once I have uninstalled code runner, and if we go back to program, right click on it. So we don't see that run code option. Previously, I have run this, I have executed, that's what it's working for me. But I'm saying that initial stage, if you are new to Visual Studio Code, these installations are required, extensions. Python one extension, code runner another extension required to install, sir. Then it will be easy to manage your Python code in Visual Studio Code. Or else simply there is an option called terminal. Where is the terminal? You can see go to the three dot ellipse button and go to the terminal and click on new terminal. In this terminal window, you can see here your project location is Python 9 p.m. right? You can type Python space. Your file name is what? Test.py. So you can run your Python program like this also through command Python space test.py. We got the output welcome like this. So this is the way to write your code in Visual Studio Code. If you want, you can proceed with VS Code also, sir. Okay. So I have clearly said that all options, interactive mode, script mode, ideally, PyCharm, and VS Code. Then from tomorrow onwards, complete explanation with coding and topics with PyCharm editor only. So you will also be ready for tomorrow session PyCharm editor. So my coding will start with PyCharm editor only completely, sir. Okay. Yes. So this is about today's session. And if you have any question, you can feel free to ask me. Type your question in chat box. And tomorrow is the last demo session. And you can feel free to attend tomorrow last demo session. After tomorrow session, if you want to continue my lecture, and you must enroll before joining day after tomorrow onwards. Tomorrow, you can feel free to join the session by using same link at same time 9 p.m. And day after tomorrow onwards, the link will be changed. So I'm getting little bit confusions on software which is going to use finally in real time VS. To the VS Code looks VS Code is more advanced. No, PyCharm is more advanced according to me after usage of several cases. Okay, PyCharm is the best option. Yes, VS Code also good, but PyCharm is the best. What I feel the UI means look and feel and options with the Django. You are thinking, I think, in with respect of only Python, right? Not correct. Because when we go for Django, even I use many times for Django development with PyCharm Professional. So recently they have made it completely licensed. That's what we stopped use PyCharm Professional because PyCharm Professional is too good compared to VS Code. Why especially development of web applications with Django, REST API and everything. So once you started with PyCharm Professional, no need to do additional packages and install it. Everything will come with bundle of frameworks with libraries. But the moment in VS Code, you have to download and install extensions, how I did like this. Got it? So go for PyCharm. Okay. As a trainer, my responsibility to show you several options Then you can choose as per your convenience, but I can say that better to go for PyCharm. That's good. Obviously, file handling CSV is there, JSON file, XMLs, all files will be in Django, especially JSON and XML formats will come into REST API, and CSV files and all files also will be shown in Python language. Please go through the content. Okay. At the end of this today's session also, our team will assist you regarding that content which I'm going to cover, as well as the videos link which we conducted last two sessions. This is the third demo session. And tomorrow also you'll have the free demo session. Tomorrow you'll get more details about PyCharm, and we will continue with PyCharm throughout Python sessions, core and advanced versions. And once we start after completion of Python, core and advanced, when the moment we enter into Django, REST API Flask, at that time we'll go for Visual Studio Code, so that you will get both editor knowledge. So you will be good at both editor knowledge. Then anyways, you can manage the code. So that's it for today. So thanks for attending the session. Who are new to this session today, you feel this is your first session, I strongly recommend to watch my last two sessions that is clearly explain what subjects I'm going to cover in full stack development or only Python. So everything will be discussed in those sessions. Okay. So I request you, please feel free to attend tomorrow also demo session, and so you can use same link at same time 9 p.m. Have a nice time. See you tomorrow. Please try from your side today itself with this all options what I have shown, then it will be good for you. Okay. And once you're ready with this setup, so it will be good to start your practical sessions.